What's up? It's me, Del. You're watching the Del Morgado Show Unleashed, live on Facebook. Let me attempt to share this. Before I get really started, it's been a while since I've done Facebook Live for a few reasons. Not really talking too loudly just because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. There's been a few reasons why I haven't been doing these videos lately, and I don't know how much longer I will be doing these videos, only because I'm lucky if I get 2 viewers. So it's starting to get to a point now where it's like, why the fuck am I wasting my time? So anyways, just finished sharing it. The main reason I came on to Facebook Live was actually for a few things that I wanted to talk about. Most importantly was what I just mentioned, the fact that I don't know how long I'll be doing these videos on Facebook Live. I honestly don't think I'll be continuing doing them just because I'm not really getting any viewers. When I first started doing it, it was kind of cool. I was getting, you know, quite a bit of people watching, but now it just seems like I'm wasting my fucking time. So yeah, anyways, I might as well talk about some of the stuff that I wanted to mention. First and foremost, let me talk about my review of Deadpool 2. As I've said in many videos before about Infinity War, my review is go watch the movie. I said it on my show this past Tuesday. You know, if you like the first movie, you're gonna like the second movie. So there's my review. I'm not, you know, the star rating is pretty obvious. I'm not even gonna really edit this, but it's basically 5 stars. I mean, yeah. But the main reason I came out here was not because of Deadpool 2, is because of Solo. A Star Wars movie, Star Wars story, right? You all know my disdain for the Star Wars films as of late. There's a big disdain for it. I, quite frankly, don't like any of them. Even when George Lucas was still at the helm, episode 1, 2, 3, never liked. Episode 3 had a few kind of decent moments, maybe, but generally didn't like any of the Star Wars films. Downright hated episode 7, and completely hated Last Jedi. As I've said before, the only thing that I liked about the Star Wars episode 8 was the fact that Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, actually had dialogue. That was the only thing I liked about episode 8, but the dialogue was shit. So, also Rogue One, didn't really like, except for the last 2 minutes of the movie. Literally. And I actually timed it. So the last 2 minutes of the film are worth watching. So, when it comes to Solo, I might as well just say this right now. I don't want to see it, but I have to see it. Why? Because it's a Star Wars film. Now, I already got a ticket for it for tonight. I'll be watching it tonight at 7:45 p.m. You know me, I don't give spoilers. Never have, never will. The only reason I'm watching it is because, thank God for scene cards. I didn't even realize it, but I had enough points accumulated to get me a free movie. And I was not going to pay for this fucking thing. And it's funny because I had gotten an email from Scene telling me that I had a free movie. So I said, all right, well, because I don't want to see this movie, and there's a million reasons why I don't want to see this fucking movie, but the main reason I don't want to see this movie, and I know I've had some people chew me out for this, but you know what? Go fuck yourselves. The guy looks abso-fucking-lutely nothing like Harrison fucking Ford. Okay? Doesn't look like him. Doesn't sound like him. I don't know what the fuck the studio's smoking. But they're a bunch of fucking idiots. to release this fucking thing, considering the guy looks nothing like Harrison Ford. Yeah, people will argue the fact, and I've had people argue the fact that's when he was younger. Bullshit. You know what? People do change. Yes, I've changed throughout the years, but not that fucking drastically, okay? So don't give me that fucking line of bullshit. That's just to compensate for the fact that people can't come up with a decent excuse as to why they're accepting him. I don't accept him. There's a billion other actor choices they could have made that actually sound like Harrison Ford and look like Harrison Ford, then they could have gone with them. But they didn't. In fact, they went with a guy who looks nothing like him. Now, don't get me wrong, Donald Glover, I think, looks incredible as Lando Calrissian. If anything, I think he's going to save the fucking movie, to be 100% honest with you. But it's not enough for me to go see it. The only reason I'm going to go see this movie is because I already know what's going to happen. And I'm not even talking about the movie itself. I can already predict what's going to happen in this fucking movie. Obviously, it's a prequel. And, you know, you already know basic storyline when it comes to Han Solo. But I can already tell what's going to happen. People are going to come around exactly like Rogue One or Rogue Story, whatever the fuck it was called, and they're going to start chirping, saying that this movie's incredible. So, as I say many, many, many times to people, I say go out and judge the movie for yourself. I already know I'm going to hate this movie. This tonight is going to be 2 hours of my life that I will not get back. I still haven't seen Last Jedi. Again, since I saw it in the theater. Only because I don't want to see it again. I got it the first time around. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, I get it. You guys fucked it up. I actually posted a video on my DFH Studios page. And this guy actually, let me just tell you the title of this thing so you guys know what I'm talking about here. He actually goes off on it a lot better than I possibly could ever go off on. And they're actually saying to boycott this film, meaning don't go watch it. Because if you don't watch it in the first weekend, obviously the numbers are going to be shit. And they're going to send a clear, Star Wars fans are going to send a clear message to the producers, the whatever, whoever the fuck is in charge, Kennedy. The video I posted is called Enough. Fans Fight Solo to Save Star Wars. So, there you go. And if this chick were to get fired, which I highly fucking doubt, the main reason I don't think she'll get fired, I don't think it's going to work, because the studio, and Kevin Smith made this point, mind you, fuck, you know what? When it comes to $1 billion franchise, because literally it is $1 billion, you got to watch this video. The guy says everything that I'm trying to say here. But $1 billion franchise has turned so shitty because of this chick. I forget her name. Hold on. Let me just open the video real fast just so I can... So the guy goes off, which is fantastic. I forget her name. Something Kennedy. Oh yeah, another video of someone bitching about Han Solo casting. Kathleen Kennedy. So there you go. That's her name. So everybody wants her gone. And I think if they have a shitty opening weekend, it may kind of kick the studio in the ass a little bit. Maybe. But I highly doubt it, because there's so many fucking Star Wars fans out there. They're going to go watch it regardless. I'm going to see it, but I'm not paying for it. So I'm doing my part. I'm not supporting this fucking movie. As a matter of fact, I can pretty much give you my idea of what it's going to be. It's going to be shit. I can already tell it's going to be shit. I saw the trailer, didn't impress me. Sure, I'm glad that Woody Harrelson is in the movie. And like I said, I like Donald Glover and Chewbacca, of course. But I seriously think they're going to fuck up the story like they fucked up all the other fucking movies. I mean, what is going to make this one different? You know, that's what I'm curious to see. And I am one of those people, when I'm on the highway and there's an accident, generally, you look. So this is a train wreck, and it's going to be a train wreck. Like I said, this is going to be 2 hours of my life that I'm not going to get back, and I already know this because I've seen the other fucking movies, and they're all shit. So anyways, geez, yeah, I talked about that a little bit longer than I expected. So anyway, so going back to what I said at the beginning of the video, I don't know how much longer I'll be doing these videos here on Facebook, just because, like I said, I'm not getting that many people watching. I mean, it's one thing to get, 30, 40 people watching, but it's pretty bad when you're only getting less than nothing. When you get no people watching, you kind of wonder what the hell you're doing. So, yeah, I don't know how many more times I'll be doing this, but I still have my Patreon page, and that's obviously not moving. Patreon.com/Del Morgado Show. So I'm in a bit of a rut when it comes to all this. I'm still going to do my radio show. I have no intentions of quitting that or whatever, but I mean, the radio show, I still get my listeners, and thank God for that, or else I would probably quit that as well. But I don't think I'll be doing these Facebook Live videos that often. I am going to be doing NiagaraCon next weekend, and if they do have, what's the word I'm looking for? If they have Wi-Fi, I might do it just to kill time, out of sheer boredom. I will be at NiagaraCon. I'll be helping out my friend, Mr. Nigel Lewis, and we're going to be there for the full 3 days. But yeah, I don't really, yeah, and I haven't really felt like editing. I'm really far behind on the editing. So even if you guys were to join Patreon, which I highly doubt it, you probably won't say anything because I haven't posted anything in a while. So anyways, what was the other thing I wanted to mention? Oh, Jesus Christ, there's something else I wanted to talk about. The Star Wars thing was the main one. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. See, I'm looking at I shouldn't be looking at the screen right now just because it might be distraction. Distraction. Oh my God, I have a viewer. Whoever you are, hello. How's it going? And oh, it's Joe. Hey, Joe, how you doing, man? And he says everyone is asleep. I'm sure that we'll see it later. Thank you. But you know what? The one I'm talking about is I've gone on like regular times. Believe it or not, at this time I actually get a lot of people checking it out. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. But I'm talking about regular times. Like I went on Facebook Live a few times at like 10 a.m. There was another time I went on at 2 p.m. And nobody watched. So I was just sitting there like, oh, okay, thanks for not watching, But anyways, thank you, Joe, for watching. I appreciate that, man. I really do. And yeah, dude, I hope everything's good. Oh, there you go. He just responded. He said, all good here at Cadbury. I would love to come back to Cadbury, buddy. I would love to get a job there again. I already spoke to one of the supervisors. I won't say his last name, but Mike, and he says he was going to look into it. If you could start asking around for me and seeing if there's any openings or whatever, that'd be awesome. I wouldn't mind coming back. Uber's shit, and you know what? I rarely say it, but yeah, Uber's shit, man. So I'm sort of thinking about getting another job. I was thinking about getting a part-time gig, so yeah. And then Joe says you should come back. I assume that's what you wrote. It looks like the last name of the supervisor I didn't want to say the name of. Just because, I don't want to, I don't want to bust his balls or whatever. But I would love to come back, bro. It was a great job. I miss the Cadbury days, man. And it's been over 10 years since I've been there, dude. Wow. But, yeah, man, the pay was good. The job was great. It was just, win-win all the way around. And, it's just one of those things. But, yeah, I mean, I'm toughing it out right now with Uber, literally toughing it out. I'm struggling every night I go out there. And, I mean, nowadays, I just get that vibe that a lot of people aren't going out anymore. That's the vibe I'm getting because a lot of people, I think, are choosing to stay home to avoid bullshit. It's fucked up, man. So, anyways, Joe says, for sure. Thank you, man. And so thank you for watching, dude, and I appreciate that. I really do. I'm trying to remember what the hell else I was going to talk about, because there was something else I wanted to bring up. I think I mentioned it on my show. I actually talked about it on the live show. But okay, I'll mention one more time. Patreon.com/Del Morgado Show and OnlyFans.com/Del Morgado Show as well. If you guys got any money, if you got any extra cash floating around, if you want to donate, please feel free, as little as $1. Mind you, I've actually switched everything now, so I don't know if you'll be able to see stuff if you pay only $1. It's pretty much $5 for everything. I think you can if you become a patron on Patreon. I think you're able to see everything even if you donate $1. So, anyways, but mind you, if you donate and then I put up new stuff, that stuff I think you have to pay $5 for. I don't know how it works. I'm still learning this shit as I go. But I do appreciate you watching, Joe, seriously. And yeah, I usually get more people watching it this time because a lot of guys go to work and they're like, oh, Dell's online, okay. But the one thing that kind of upset me a little bit, and the reason why I'm sort of questioning, is because I did this, like I said, at different times, and I noticed that people came on and they literally watched for less than 10 seconds and then disappeared. And I'm sitting there like, thanks, you know. I guess maybe they weren't in the mood to watch, or they just were busy, whatever the case, or the app probably automatically started the video. Whatever the case was, they didn't watch. So I'm sitting there like, oh, great, thanks, you know. And that's kind of what I'm feeling right about now. It's like, do I really, really want to do this? And it is tough to come up with material sometimes. I mean, normally I don't really have much to say, and then I'll just kind of make up shit as I go. Today, obviously, I had stuff to say, and being a big fan of Star Wars, I've been let down so badly that it sucks. Oh! Now I remember what I was going to say. Holy fuck, I just remembered. It is on the whole nostalgia deal. Thundercats. I feel bad for a lot of people out there right now. There's a television series that's going to be released called Thundercats Roar. I saw the trailer, and I wasn't vested in Thundercats. Let me make this very clear right off the hop. Kind of like when people got all miffed about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers, like Shannon. I wasn't a big dude into Thundercats at all. But I know where these people are coming from. Only because I've gone through G.I. Joe. I've gone through, well, Star Wars. I've gone through Transformers. Movies and things that I really liked as a kid. And to see them literally rape these things hurts. And when I saw the Thundercats trailer, number one, I was blown away at how incredibly, unbelievably fucking ridiculous this thing looked. I was sitting there like, you have got to be shitting me. This is what they're releasing as Thundercats? I get it. They're releasing it to young children. But when we grew up, we were young children as well. And those cartoons were very well drawn, very well executed, and had a respect to the art. You look at this fucking disaster, and it looks like a child drew it. It looks like... And when you see the guy, and I cannot believe people didn't make any comments about this guy. He looks like a fucking retard. He's got the fucking man bun happening. He looks like a fucking hipster. And then here's the part that I think probably insults the fans the most. He says that he's a fan of the show, the original show. And you're sitting there like, okay, dude, if you're a fan of this crap, why are you drawing garbage? I mean, come on. How the hell did you get a degree in animation? I don't get it. You look at this shit and it's just pure, unbelievable shit. Like, the animation just looks horrendous. Doesn't matter if it's for children. Jesus, we grew up on children cartoons that were done very well. G.I. Joe, Transformers. Gee, even GoBots looked better than this shit. I couldn't fucking believe it. And then they released another version of Thundercats in 2011, which actually was true to the original show. They actually went a little bit of a more serious tone, but at least they gave the dignity to the characters and the original art. And then when I see this, and I'm just like, oh my God, the first 30 seconds alone of this Thundercats Roar trailer was enough to make me want to fucking vomit. And I'm not a Thundercats fan. I could just imagine what the Thundercats fans are going through right fucking now. Oh, Joe writes, sorry, I didn't even see that. He says, I remember the days when I went home from school just to watch the Flintstones. The Flintstones were better animated than this fucking disaster. Like, if you see the Thundercats Roar, it looks so bad. And it's almost like, they actually hired these people? Like, if I was an exec at the studio, I would look at the sketches of the artwork, because I'm sure that they had to have shown sketches prior to, and I would have said, are you fucking smoking crack? I'm like, get the fuck out of my office, you're fired. I would have fired them immediately. I feel so bad for the fans of the original series. Yes, they're older, and you know, the studio did something really fucking stupid, by the way. They come out and they said, well, this is not a cartoon for adults. But think about this, and I've seen a lot of people make this point. Who's going to buy the merchandise for the child? If the father or mother is that dead set against the animation and everything that these fucking morons stand for, guess what, assholes? They're not going to buy your fucking merchandise. So anyways, to all the Thundercats fans out there, I 100% feel your pain. This is coming from a guy who used to love G.I. Joe, Transformers. Mind you, looking back though, thinking about the difference between Thundercats and G.I. Joe, Part 2, because Part 1 was horrible, at least they tried. Right? Right, Joe? They tried. But Joe, you got to see this Thundercats Roar thing. It's fucking disgusting. But, I mean, yeah, Flintstones is a million times better when it comes to animation. Jesus, anything in the 80s, I will put up against this shit. And I tell you, man, even the fucking Care Bears were better than fucking the crap that I saw with this Thundercats Roar. It was fucking horrible. Anyways, so that was what I had to mention. The reason I mention this stuff and the reason I do this show is because 90% of the stuff that I talk about here, I can't talk about on my radio show. So, anyways, I did mention what I had to mention. Thank you, Joe, for watching. I appreciate it. And thank you for commenting. Who knows, maybe you inspired me to maybe keep going, because maybe there's hope that people want to keep watching. And if you guys do want to keep watching, and if you've watched this far, which I highly doubt you have, leave me a comment. And I had 2 people before give me shit for saying that I wasn't going to do this anymore, but you don't have to necessarily give me shit, but make a comment at the bottom and tell me if you saw it up to the end. Because if I see that people have actually watched it to the end, maybe that may inspire me to possibly keep making these videos. So, there you go. So, thank you very much again, Joe, for watching. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you if you watch this later on in the day. Yeah, so anyways, one more time, patreon.com/Don Morgado Show and onlyfans.com/Don Morgado Show. And, yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. And if you do end up watching this, I hope you enjoyed it. And if not, then, oh, well, I don't give a shit about you because you're not watching them anyway. So, hope you guys have a great day. And for those of you that are going to Niagara Con, I will see you in 2 weeks. And yes, we are going to have a great time, I'm sure. And I can't wait to go because I love going to Niagara Falls. Fuck the con. I'd rather just go to Niagara Falls. And the only other good thing about Niagara Falls Con is they serve alcohol, which is fucking great. That's one of the other things I like about London Con too, because London Con does that as well. Anyway, okay, so I'm babbling. So, thank you guys for watching. I will see you soon. Maybe. And if I don't, then you can always tune in to my live show every Tuesday at 9 on realityradio101.com. I'm Del. You've been watching the Del Morgado Show Unleashed on Facebook Live. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye. You know, I've been talking about doing this for a long time, and I decided to finally do it. I said I was going to go one day on Facebook Live and, you know, take a shit, so I figured this is probably the best way to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're probably wondering my review of Solo, a Star Wars movie. Well, here it is. Much like my opinion of all the fucking Star Wars franchise. As of late, of course, and I mean the past few years. There you go. Alright, there you go, I did it. I had to do that. I had to film in my bathroom. I've been joking about it for a long time, and I said, you know what, I might as well do it, just to make it official. So there you go, there's my opinion of Solo, Star Wars movie. I'm not going to give it a rating. Alright, well, here we are. Okay, now we're back. That was one way to start the video. Alright, well, the reason I'm here, and I'm sure a bunch of people have been wondering what's going on. I posted the last video there that I didn't know if I was going to be doing these videos anymore, but I do want to send out a big thank you to my lovely lady Shannon. I also want to send a very big thank you to Daniel, also Joe. And I'd also like to send out a big thank you to Grant as well for being the cool people, the 4 people who told me to keep doing this crap. I'm not going to be on too long. I have to get ready to go out and give rides to very unappreciative people. That's for sure. You know, I've been doing it for a long time now, and I noticed that a lot of people just don't give a shit. Anyways, just wanted to give my review real quick of Solo, Star Wars movie. For those of you that know me, you'll know my opinion of the Star Wars franchise for the past few years, even prior to, even episode 1, all the way back. So I didn't have any expectations going in. I did have a few things that I was hoping would happen. Didn't happen. I'm not going to tell you what I thought was going to happen, but there were a couple of things in Solo that didn't impress me at all. My biggest problem with Solo, and I mentioned it before, was the casting, bottom line. Mainly of the actual guy to do Han Solo. Looked nothing like Harrison Ford. Didn't sound like Harrison Ford. I actually went into the movie dismissing all of that. I said, you know what, let me try to see if this movie's any good. It was alright. It wasn't amazing, and there were a couple of scenes in there that just, I'm like, what? You know? So anyways, I'm not saying anything. I'm not giving it away. For those of you who have seen it, you can ask me my personal opinion. I had a feeling it was going to be shit, and wasn't far from the truth. Actually, I wouldn't say it was shit. It has its little tiny moments, just like all the other Star Wars films, but didn't impress me, as I knew it wouldn't. And there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't make any sense in the movie. Yeah, I wasn't impressed. So anyways, I gotta get ready to get going. I just wanted to come on here real quick, just to basically, I've been saying forever I was gonna take a shit on Facebook Live, so I figured I would start the video with that. So I wasn't actually taking a shit. I'm actually fully dressed, and I'm ready to head out and go give rides to, like I said, unappreciative pieces of shit. So I hope you guys have a great night. I say it every single time, patreon.com/Del Morgado Show, or you can go to onlyfans.com/Del Morgado Show. And as I said in the last video, I don't know, I said I wasn't going to do this anymore, but thanks to those 4 people, I decided to, I guess, keep going for a little while and see what happens. So, yeah, I thank you guys, Grant, Daniel, Shannon, and Joe for, I guess, changing my mind. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you soon, I guess. All right, have a good night. Bye-bye. Hi. I'm Facebook Live. You're watching the Del Morgado Show. I'm right outside the Village Idiot Pub, and figured I'd go live because my Wi-Fi still works. So I'm outside the fucking pub, and I'm using their Wi-Fi. So how's it going? Don't know if anybody's gonna watch this. Just sitting around waiting for a ride. I'm sure the acoustics sound pretty good in here. I hope the video looks alright. Hope you guys can hear me. That's number one. But yeah, just figured I'd come on here and go live while I'm waiting for a fucking pickup. So in other words, I'm bored, and I'm actually on Dundas and I think McCall. I think that's the corner. So I'm just kind of chilling out and using the Wi-Fi. This is actually pretty cool. I didn't think it was going to work, but I've been here before. We came here for St. Patrick's Day. So, oh, there you go. See? It's a low internet or low network connection. So I don't know if this is recording right now, but I hope it is. So anyways, just wanted to come out here and try this out, see if it was working. And yeah, hopefully you guys can see this. And for the people at the Village Idiot Pub, thank you for the free connection. And I'm going back to work now. Okay. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye. I hope you can hear that. I lost connection. I actually moved from where I was originally parked, and I'm actually right next door to the Village Idiot, and I'm again using their Wi-Fi to go live. Shannon, I saw that you put a message there, and sorry I missed you, but I lost connection, which was kind of sucky. So I actually moved the area. I'm now right beside the Village Idiot Pub. And I'm using their fucking Wi-Fi, which is kind of cool. It's actually Jen's birthday today. She's one of the people that work at the Village Idiot. Happy birthday. Oh, Shannon, there you are. She says, hello. Hello. Hey, shouldn't you be asleep? What time is it? Oh my goodness, it's like 1:40. And Shannon says, still here. Still heel. So yeah, I'm waiting for a ride. And I'm bored. So... you know me, Shannon, whenever I'm bored, I get into trouble, so I'm here on live just to waste time while I wait for a ride, and I'm using the free Wi-Fi right outside. I'm sure if they see this, they're going to probably pee in their pants like, oh my God, I can't believe that, he stole my Wi-Fi. So I hope everything's going good out there. Just waiting for another passenger or victim or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm bored, and very, very, very bored. So Shannon says, I had to pee and I miss you. Yeah, I had to pee earlier too. I actually stopped at a gas station. I didn't go behind a tree or anything like that. But yeah, so I was actually thinking about going into the pub. I was thinking about going in just because I'm bored, and I've been sitting around for half an hour waiting for a freaking ride. That's right, I'm in my car right now, and I got my seatbelt on, see? Nice and protected from the asshole drivers in Toronto. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for another ride, just see if there's anything that pops up. I've got the app on, so if the ride pops up, I'm going to have to go. But in the meantime, the best part about this is I'm using free Wi-Fi. I didn't think this was going to work, to be honest with you. I thought, I'm outside the pub, it's not going to work, but apparently it is, so right on. I'm able to go live. Sorry if you caught me earlier and I got cut off. Like, I was actually, because right now I'm on the northeast corner. I think that's right, northwest corner, and I was actually on the south corner, so I wasn't able to get a good reception, but now I am, so I'm on fucking Facebook Live. So you're watching the Del Morgado Show live on Facebook and Unleashed, of course. And Shannon says, "Hooray for free Wi-Fi," or "Why if?" Yeah, no kidding. At least this gives me something to do. I wish I could do this all the time. I just happen to be down on Dundas here and just figured, fuck it, I'm gonna park. And I was right next to the bar, and I said, well, hold on, let me see if my Wi-Fi works. And lo and behold, I checked my Wi-Fi, and boom. And, a little check mark was there, and I said, all right, fuck it, I'm going on live for a little bit. So I'm glad that you're around, darling. I hope you get a good night's sleep. You definitely need to get some rest. So I would try to get you on, but I don't think the signal's that strong. Are you kidding me? I don't even know how long this is going to last. The first video I did was only like not even a minute. Next thing you know, it says trying to connect, and it just died on me. But I'm literally right next door to the pub. I can actually see people. They've actually got it all opened up, man. I don't know if you got, hold on, let me see if I can switch this camera angle. Here we go. See? There you go. So the windows are like open. There's a dude staring at me, probably wondering what the hell I'm. So there you go. Using some free Wi-Fi, baby. God bless Wi-Fi. I love Wi-Fi. Shannon says, I'm going to sleep now. I love you. I love you too. So sweet dreams and have a good night. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for joining me on the show. If you even want to call this a show. I'm just bored, man. I'm waiting for a ride. Usually around 1:20, 1:15, it usually, or 1:30, sorry, because right now it's like 1:45. It's usually dead around now, especially on a Sunday. Like, there's never anybody out. Like, usually around 2 in the morning, that's when it starts picking up. Shannon blows me a kiss. Mwah. So, thank you, darling. Thank you for watching. But yeah, usually it's pretty dead around this point. So, I usually sit around doing nothing. And like I said, I was down here on Dundas, right across from the Village Idiot pub. Happy birthday again to Jen, one of the wait staff there. It's her birthday. I don't know how old she turns, but happy birthday. And, or belated, because I think I said that yesterday. So Jen, if you watch this, I'm right across from where you work, or right beside where you work. So, yeah, I was just taking a quick break, and I figured, what the fuck, man? Let me try to go on Facebook Live, and it's working. So who knew? I never would have expected that. I thought I'd have to be inside the actual pub for this to work, but apparently not. I guess the vicinity is, or the strength of their internet connection is pretty damn good. Mind you, when I was on the other side, it wasn't connected very well at all. So go figure, man. This is kind of cool. I'm able to jump on some free Wi-Fi. Oh yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video when I was on the shitter. I wasn't taking a shit. People actually thought I was. I was actually fully dressed. I was ready to start my night. And then I figured, you know what? Let me make a quick video just to get a couple of laughs. And apparently I got a few reactions from that. And I think people want me on the toilet more often. So I also didn't add the fact that Donald Glover, he did a pretty good job in the Solo movie. I don't really like what they did with that, but the one thing that I did read before I left today was that the box office weekend was shit. I think the Star Wars fans finally sent a message, and that message is, fuck you, we're tired of these stupid fucking movies. So we'd like to go back to the old heyday, back when Star Wars actually meant something. And I'm not even talking about, because when George Lucas was still there at episode 1, 2, 3, Star Wars turned to total garbage. What I think they need to do is they need to get somebody new, somebody fresh. Apparently they have a new trilogy after number 9, but it's already too late. They fucked up what could have been an amazing 9-part story. Oh, I just lost my connection. Whoops. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. I know you. You're Facebook Live. And I'm Del Morgado. Hi, everybody. What's going on? I'm back. For those of you that saw my video during the evening, you'll see that I went live and I got cut off. So I just figured I'd come back before I went to sleep. I got my sleepy sweater on. So I'll be going to bed in a short period of time. But I did want to come on live for a brief moment just to talk about something that's all over the geek world. And people are losing their fucking minds. I'm just updating everything right now, and then I'm going to share it. And yeah, so I just wanted to talk real briefly about something. Okay, obviously it's not letting me do what I need to do. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. All right, so yeah, there we go. All right, now it's working. Okay, beautiful. What I was doing is just basically updating everything. Okay, so now I'm going to share it, and then I will talk about what I wanted to talk about, and then I'm going to go to bed. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Del Morgado Show Unleashed on Facebook Live. I'm your host, Del Morgado, of course. Who the fuck else could I be? I last night was starting to talk about this whole solo Star Wars thing, and I was mentioning about Glover. I forget his name right now. I said Donald Glover. I was mentioning, you know, that he was actually pretty good in the movie, but not enough to save the film. That's what I was going to say. I have noticed on YouTube and all over the place, people I've seen, I've been posting like crazy. Prior to the film's release, people were saying they wanted to boycott this movie. And I thought to myself, okay, whatever, you fucking geeks. I mean, I'm a geek too, but in all honesty, you got to think of it this way. There's no way that it could affect the film. But I think people finally figured out how to do it. Because what they did by saying boycotting the film, meaning that they were not going to go see the film opening weekend. That, I think, is fucking brilliant. And after reading the box office numbers and seeing that Solo did very poorly for a Star Wars film, and now everybody's making excuses, I think this is a clear message to the to Lucasfilm, and I feel bad saying that, man. I really do. Why? Because George Lucas's name is attached to all of this, unfortunately, and in all honesty, I really feel bad for the guy because of all the flack, but I think it sends a clear message to the studio, and basically, they told us to fuck off. They said that, you know, they criticized the fans, and they kind of made fun of the fans, saying that, you know, we're a bunch of fucking idiots and things like that. I don't know exactly what was said 100%, so I can't really go factual. But apparently Lucasfilm decided to go in their own direction, and now the fans have spoken. The fans have reached out and have said that they're not going to go see this fucking movie in the theater. And quite frankly, I am fucking happy as a pig in shit. I didn't pay to see it this weekend. I wasn't going to pay to watch this fucking movie. But what I did notice was how easy it was to get a seat. Now, normally, and I mean Deadpool 2, like a sequel for fuck's sakes, and Infinity War, I had to struggle to find an available seat in the theater. And I went, like, before official opening night. Now, what I noticed about Solo was the fact that it was so easy to get a seat. And the reason, I think, is because the fans have finally hit him where it hurts. And I'm very proud of that. Especially being a fan of the original trilogy, and, you know, and being very disappointed with the Star Wars films in recent years. And I'm not even talking about episode 1, 2, and 3. I mean, we all know that those were bad. But, I mean, at least Lucas was still on board on those. And you got to give credit to Lucas because he was still a part of the films. Even though they weren't that great, they were still better than what we've seen in the past few years. I mean, I hate to admit it, but, I mean, episode 1, no. But episode 2 and 3 were better than the movies they've been releasing lately. And I'm even talking about Rogue One, because I couldn't stand Rogue One, except for the last 2 minutes of the fucking movie. I'm sorry, there was too much stupidity in there. And I hated Episode 7. And I'm so glad that people finally are jumping on board, because I felt alone saying that I didn't like Episode 7. When Episode 8 came out, fuck, man, I was so disgusted. I thought it was a butchering, a raping, if you will, of Mark Hamill, literally, Luke Skywalker's character, because even Luke came out, or Mark Hamill came out, and, you know, he gave signs. He tried to tell the fans, don't fucking watch this movie. It's a fucking nightmare. But when I initially heard about this whole Solo film release, when I first initially heard about it, I was a little upset, because I'm thinking to myself, a lot of stories have already been told in the original trilogy that don't need to be fucking hashed out or told again. Solo, of course, being one of them. Okay? Because we already fucking know everything about Han Solo. And the best part about it is you can leave shit to the imagination and you can still be a very happy person. There was no need for this fucking movie. There's no need for any kind of prequel or any kind of stupid thing. Rogue One, I can sort of understand that concept, but Solo, I didn't get. Right off the hop. And then the casting bothered the fuck out of me. So right there, I was already fucking pissed off. Oh, here we go. Daniel, he says, hi again. Hi again. Oh, you must have seen me when I was doing my little trailer thing, or my little test. And Daniel says, no Solo spoilers. No. I'm not saying any spoilers, but I'm telling you, don't go watch it. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a true Star Wars fan, boycott this fucking movie. Do not give the studio money for this fucking thing. And the reason being, and thank you for making me say that, Kathleen Kennedy, the one who is actually the now CEO of Lucasfilm, if you want to call her that, has this fucking attitude that she thinks that her shit don't stink. And she also thinks that the fans are losers enough. Okay, Daniel, hear me out. She thinks that the fans are losers enough that if the Star Wars brand is there, they will fucking pay to watch it no matter what. Well, you know what? The fans have fucking spoken. And by the box office weekend, they did worse than fucking Rogue One. They actually did worse than a lot of fucking movies out there. And they had a horrible fucking opening weekend, and they're blaming it on all kinds of stupid things. They're saying it's Star Wars fatigue. They're doing all this other bullshit. They're saying that people are, being like childish and not wanting to see it and whatnot. But I think the fans are finally sending out a clear fucking message to the studio and hitting them where it hurts, like I said earlier, their pocketbooks. Because if they start seeing, and this was a $1 billion franchise, okay, was a $1 billion franchise. Let's face it, every fucking Star Wars movie that came out, you had tons of people going to the theater to watch this thing, okay? People don't want to see these fucking movies anymore. I actually saw somebody post, Brian posted a quick video about how Kathleen Kennedy's interpretation of Star Wars nowadays is like Spaceballs. We all love Spaceballs. Don't get me wrong, I love Spaceballs to death. But what they're doing with the goddamn franchise, they're killing the fucking franchise. And the fans have finally spoken out. And you know what? In order to save Episode 9, which I don't think is savable, it's too fucking late. But in order to save Episode 9, something has to be done. Kathleen Kennedy took $1 billion fucking franchise and has now turned it into barely $140 million on opening weekend. Okay? That's fucking horrible. Okay? I love the original trilogy, and I will always love the original trilogy, untouched original trilogy, okay? Like, no editing, none of that bullshit special effects shit. Yeah, George Lucas's definitive fucking bullshit. What's done in the past should stay exactly the way it is. The reason I'm bringing all this up is because I know for a fucking fact I can't bring this up on my radio show. So, I'm getting a little emotional here, but obviously this has to do with Star Wars, and I always get emotional over Star Wars. But I've been seeing a decline, or not a decline, that's not the word I'm looking for, maybe it is declined, in the films in the past few years. They've gone lower and lower and lower and shittier and shittier and shittier. They've got these, like, the whole social justice warrior shit. They've got the fucking all the rights and mentioning racism and all this other bullshit. Dude, it's a fucking Star Wars movie, man. You should not bring any of this shit into it. You should make a Star Wars film and go watch it to enjoy it. Whatever fucking happened to enjoying a fucking movie? Oh, Daniel, right? Oh, did you hear about the Boba Fett movie? Yeah, another one. There you go. I heard about that. I also heard... Now, I wouldn't mind if they did a Ben Kenobi movie. I'd be curious to see what... But not with this fucking leadership team. I don't want to see a Ben Kenobi or Boba Fett movie with these fucking idiots because they're doing it wrong. They're fucking up the franchise. And in all honesty, I have seen countless amounts of videos on YouTube right before Solo even came out, and people were telling everyone, like, don't watch this movie, do not support Lucasfilm. And like I said earlier, I feel bad that Lucas's name is attached to this shit, because the legacy that he left, or the legacy that he started, has, I think, now become a mockery. I mean, in all honesty, Kathleen Kennedy has turned this franchise into something laughable and jokeable and mockable, you know. And well, okay, no, I mean, Lucas did that with 1, 2, and 3, but regardless, she's made it worse. and she was working with Lucas back in the day. She's been with Lucasfilm forever, and I think Lucas probably suggested that she would be the one to take over after he left. I think that was a big fucking mistake. Anyways, I've talked about Star Wars. I could talk about Star Wars forever. And the reason I could talk about Star Wars is because of the impact that that movie has made on so many people. Think about it. Think about it for a moment. There are podcasts out there. There are scientists out there. There are fucking doctors out there who are inspired by Star Wars. What the fuck does that tell you? It's a trilogy that made an impact on so many people's lives, and that's why people are so emotional about all this shit. I've been emotional since episode 1, but I mean, I still kind of like, all right, I hope it gets better. And then episode 2 rolled around, and I hope it gets better. And then episode 3 rolls around, and no, it didn't get any better. Fine, Lucas was still on board, but at least it still had integrity. You look at those movies, despite Jar Jar Binks, despite all that other shit, the movies still had a good story, kinda. And fuck, it's tough to back those movies up. It's just bad. It's bad. But anyways, what they're doing now is worse, way worse than what they were doing back then. And the one thing that kills me the most, the one thing that bothers me the most, and actually Mark Hamill said it in one of the tons of videos that I've seen, is that they will never get the chance to do this film properly because of Carrie Fisher's death. Meaning that, let's say for some miracle that they were to decide, okay, you know what? Forget those pieces of shit. Let's do the real 7, 8, 9. And they can't do it. The reunion that we were dying to see in number 7 wasn't there. It wasn't there. Sure, it was there between Han and Leia, but there was no reunion of the 3 that we grew up with. You know, Han, Luke, and Leia. The bond that those guys had in those 3 films, they watched out for each other, they backed each other up, they loved each other unconditionally. And for them to just, number 7, separate was like, what the fuck? What kind of kick in the throat is this to everybody that loves Star Wars? We wanted to see that unification, that trilogy come back together. And they didn't. And it was so heartbreaking, especially now that we know that will never fucking happen because Leia has passed on. We're never going to get that again. You know, and it's very unfortunate. And we're not going to get that opportunity. And I think, in all honesty, I know Lucas, he screwed the pooch on this one big time, because he was talking about doing these movies after Empire Strikes Back. When he released Empire Strikes Back, and for those of you who have the original cut, you'll see Empire Strikes Back was the very first time that you actually saw Episode 5 written in the crawl. The original film had no such thing. Okay, the original film didn't have, and that's why I will never call it Star Wars. I will never call it episode whatever. And I don't want to call it A New Hope either, because it's not. That's not the original title. It was Star Wars. And then it was Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. Look how emotional I get about this shit. Daniel, I don't know if you're still watching. Oh, yep, look, there's one there. I don't know if it's still Daniel, but I don't know. Do you agree with me? Disagree? I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you feel about Star Wars, but obviously I feel strongly about this stuff. But, I mean, he kind of opened up that book when he wrote Episode 5. And he kind of fucked himself. Because by writing Episode 5, everybody, when Empire came out, was like, whoa, what the fuck? What did we miss? Did we... Well, wait a second, where are the other movies? So he did that to himself. And yes, it's supposed to be a 9-part story. There have been books that have been written about the what happens after Return of the Jedi, and those books are fucking incredible. I've never really read them, but I've heard bits and pieces and actually heard a lot about them, and I know pretty much what happens in those books. That wasn't Lucas's idea, but it was based off of Return of the Jedi, and those books were brilliant. Dark as fuck, but brilliant. So anyways, Daniel says, breathe, Del. I'm trying. Ooh, see how emotional I get about this stuff? I was actually going to start talking about this shit in the car last night, but obviously I lost the connection, so I couldn't really do it. But the whole point about this whole boycotting, I thought it was silly at first, and actually I mentioned it in a prior video. Kevin Smith, he was doing a question answer period at one of his shows, and I think it was Kevin Smith. I have it. It's like a 4-hour question period thing, and someone asked him. One of the fans asked him and goes to this. Well, if your movies weren't to make money, would they fire you? And Kevin Smith turns around and says to this, no, because as long as it makes some kind of money, they're happy. They're actually shocked that they're actually making money with Kevin Smith's films. But when it comes to the Star Wars films and the franchise, they can't do that. Because it like I said, it's a $1 billion franchise. Think about it. Marketing, toys, outfits, costumes, you name it, everything. There's so much money to be made off of Star Wars. And I think by the numbers being as bad as they were this opening weekend, it may send a message. And I'm happy, actually, because I hope the executives at Disney look at this and realize maybe we shouldn't keep Kathleen Kennedy at the helm, if you will. Sorry, I had to do that. Daniel writes, yeah, I am still seeing Solo tomorrow. Good luck, brother. It's going to be a waste of your time, man. Hey, I'll say this. It has its moments. Yeah, I didn't even give it a star rating, and I don't know if I want to. But yeah, you're probably gonna waste your time watching this thing. It's just not. Yeah, if you can see it for free, like if you had a scene card like I do, and you accumulate your points to get a free movie, then you can go see it. But honestly, I would wait for DVD. And even then, I know you buy DVDs, dude. I could download it for you when it comes out. Give it a month. This thing will probably be available in a month, and you'll save your money. Seriously, I'm sorry. It's just my biggest issue was casting from day one. As soon as I saw who they got to play it, I don't even know his name because I couldn't care less about him. When I saw who they cast as Han Solo, Doesn't look a thing like Han Solo. Yeah, sure, it's 11 years ahead. Whatever. Doesn't look like him. Okay, there's so many people out there, so many actors, and they can do a much better, not necessarily impersonation, but they can do his voice better. A lot more people look like Han Solo or Harrison Ford. But this kid just, and I tried dismissing that, okay? I walked into the theater and I started watching the movie. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just going to dismiss it. It didn't help. Anyways, Daniel says, I did enjoy Deadpool 2. Well, Deadpool 2 was amazing. I gave you my rating on that one. I said it was a 5. That was a great movie. And, you know, and the crazy part about all this is, going back to the whole box office thing, they're blaming Infinity War and they're blaming Deadpool 2 for not having good opening numbers. Bullshit. It's the fans. Okay? The fans determine whether this fucking thing makes it or not, and people don't want to see this shit anymore, and that's why they didn't go see it. Daniel, I'm glad you didn't see it on opening weekend, because the numbers are still fucked. And Daniel says, Blu-rays, no DVDs. My bad, yes. Blu-rays indeed. But no, I'm just saying, man, like, I hope you're seeing it. Wait. Oh, you're seeing it tomorrow. Cheap Tuesday. Okay, good job. Good job. I saw it for free, like I said. But, dude, I'm telling you, man, after seeing the reactions, this shit is deep, man. Like, I've seen so many reactions on YouTube. It's unbelievable. People are so disappointed with this movie. And also, not just disappointment in the studio. And like I said before, man, something's got to be done. And they need to fucking do something. They have to get more serious. Because this is a franchise that should not be tampered with. You know, especially considering the fan base. And when they insult the fans and they mock us, that says something to me. It says that they have no fucking respect for the fucking fans that made the franchise, and they have no respect for anybody but themselves. I saw this very interesting video. I forget the name of the guy. Same guy that I posted the video about a few days ago. I forget his name right now. Hold on, let me check real quick, because it's on my DFH Studios page. He did another video right after the movie came out, and he went off. And he made a lot of fucking awesome points. And hold on, I'm getting there. But he says, he's like, you know, fucking something's got to be done. I forget where I was going with that, but where is he here? Sorry, I'm trying to find the clip. What's his name? Oh, let me turn off the volume. Alex Becker, there you go. That's the guy who I found his video. And the guy just goes off on this whole franchise thing, and he starts bitching about it. And he makes a lot of great points. If you get a chance, check out the guy's channel and see his latest one. And I can tell you exactly what it's called. Who knows? I might actually fucking post it after this. But it's called It's a Bomb. Solo's Star Wars Box Office Disaster. That's what he calls it. So if you want to see that video, he makes a lot of interesting points. He's already got 33,000 views, and he just posted this the other day. Oh, Daniel says, I could see it for free, but I don't feel like going all the way out to Masonville Mall. How could you see it for free at Masonville Mall? If they got like a discount? That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, going back to the main reason I came on here, I was actually going to go to bed, and because I seen of all these YouTube videos of people going off on this Solo movie, I had to say something about it, because I have some feelings about this shit, and man, people are getting really in depth about this. Like, it's insane. I have never really seen that much backlash from a film in a long time, and I'm very proud of the fans. I'm very happy for the fans, because I've been saying these movies suck for a long time, and they finally agree with me. Which is great, because, I've I've been so mad with all the movies they've been releasing that it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man? You're killing the franchise. And you know what? They did. Because if the fans aren't willing to pay to watch this thing... Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to say. He actually mentions, Alex Beck's... he mentions the fact that, you know, oh, geez, I forgot again what the fuck I was going to say. Daniel, he says, my mom has scene points. Oh, there you go. So, borrow her card. Don't pay to watch this thing. So, anyway, he mentions about the fans. He was saying... Fuck, man, I drew a blank again. Son of a bitch. It wasn't your fault, Daniel. I just... Oh, my God. What the fuck is wrong with my brain? But anyways, I'm glad the fans have finally, I guess, made a stand. Because it's got to be done. And to hit them in the pocket, it's gonna affect them. And they're gonna see it. And they're gonna be like... Okay, something's got to be done here, and I hope they do. Oh, here we go. Oh, Dan. Hi, Dan. Hi, Dan. He says, Last Jedi was the end of me going out to watch the Star Wars crap. Thank you. There you go. Dude, I was done after episode 7. Actually, I've said before, I was done after episode 1. But at least I watched those and had no problem with them. Well, kind of. I mean, yeah. So, fuck, I'm trying to remember what Buddy was saying about the fucking fans. Because he makes... Okay, go watch his shit. Alex Becker. You can check out... And like I said, it's called It's a Bomb. Solo's Star Wars Box Office Disaster. So go check him out. Because he brings up so many good points. And he goes off on a rant. If you think I'm going on a rant, you should see this dude. Because he goes fucking crazy. And he gets so pissed off at the end of the video. He goes, straighten out so I don't have to bitch about this shit anymore. Oh, here we go. Dan says, I'm glad Disney isn't making the money they expected. Fan statement has been made. Yes, and that's what I've been talking about the whole time. The fans have finally fucking spoken, man. They have finally spoken. They've pretty much told these fucking pricks, we're not having this shit anymore, and we're done. I'm a huge fan, and I'm sure you know I am, and it's just sickening. You know, what they're doing with the franchise, they killed it. They literally killed it. And I'm trying to remember what the guy said about what the fan... Because he said something... Oh, man, fuck, I should just fucking play it. This is going to kill me if I don't get it. Hold on. I'm just going to skim through it real quick. Oops. See, there's so many people bitching about it, though. I didn't think so many people would bitch.
You guys would probably expect me making a video like, hey, Lucasfilms, Kathleen Kennedy, Ryan Johnson, I told you...
Oh, okay, sorry.
Understand it. But look, Lucasfilms, Kathleen Kennedy...
You know what? I'm going to post this link right now. There you go.
Consistently flies the...
So you guys can actually check this out. I'm going to post it right now on my video, just so you guys can check this fucking video out, because you got to check it out. He goes off, man, and he's quite brilliant. And he brings up a lot of fucking amazing points, man. Like, he's on point on this, man. And I've seen a bunch of other ones, but some of these guys, not so good. But he's actually really, really good. Okay, so here we go. I'm posting the link right now. Boom. There's the link. It's at exactly... Oh, geez, I don't even know how long I've been doing this shit. Oh, there it is. So, I don't know what... Okay, well, it's at the whatever mark, so it's in here. So there you go. That's the video I'm talking about. And he talks about a lot of stuff about the fans. And, oh, yes, he's talking about what it takes to please people and how to run a business. That's what I had to say. He brings up very interesting points. When you run a business, you want to keep your customers happy. That's number one. And number two, you want to give them what they want. Okay? If you go, and he mentioned this in the other video that I posted, but I'm going to bring this up as well. If you go to a hamburger joint and you expect let's say McDonald's, fuck it. You go to McDonald's since you were a kid and you want a Big Mac, okay? You go to McDonald's to get that Big Mac, all right? Where else are you going to go? Okay, you go to McDonald's, you get the Big Mac. Let's say new management comes in and they change the Big Mac. probably the most vital part about the Big Mac, the sauce. They replace Big Mac sauce with mustard. They're like, no, we don't want to give you the Big Mac sauce anymore. We're going to give you mustard instead. What the fuck? You expect the Big Mac sauce. That's what you love about the Big Mac. And then they replace it with mustard. Now, I hate fucking mustard. I don't know if you guys like mustard. But anyway. So they replace it with mustard. That's pretty much what Kathleen Kennedy has done with Lucasfilm. There was a great brand, Star Wars. And she turned it into crap. He even breaks it down. And he says, okay, this is how... or this is what you've catered this film to. You've catered it to, or you've made fun of, you've made fun of this group of people. You've made fun of this group of people. You've definitely made fun of the fans or ripped the fans apart. Who the fuck you making this movie for? That's what he says. And he just fucking, and it's so true. Who the fuck are they making this movie for? They're not making it for us. I don't think they're making it for the children, because there's so many things in that movie, any of the recent movies, that don't make any sense to kids anyway. Kids will see anything and be like, they get excited. Obviously, they get entertained. When I was a kid, I saw the Star Wars films and I loved them because it was entertaining. I saw, the first movie I ever saw in the theater was Return of the Jedi. I loved it. And then as I grew older, I watched them again and appreciated them for the story at that point. So, I mean, as a kid, yeah, of course these movies are made for kids. But when you get older, you start appreciating them. And I'm telling you, the kids nowadays, and I've actually spoken to a lot of these people whenever I'm doing the ride sharing, they fucking hate Star Wars too. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Like, how the hell... who are they pleasing? Who are they trying to reach? Because obviously they're insulting everybody. Okay? They're ripping everybody apart. They're turning these characters that we grew up with into something completely fucking different from what we've grown up with. Who are they trying to please? They're sure as shit not trying to please us. Who are they trying to please? Who is this movie being made for? Because... the fans have spoken so loudly. Whoever went to go see it, me, for free, didn't want to see it, wasn't gonna see it, and I'm actually upset that I gave up a free movie for this. I could have spent it on something better. But, like, I'm sitting there in the theater, and I'm just like, I was speechless. I'm like, what the fuck? This is dumb. Like, yeah, sure, there were a few moments, right? But I mean, in a I think it was close to 2-hour movie, you gotta expect them to throw in something for the fans, I guess. Maybe, no? But let's just put it this way. This is probably going to be a spoiler. And if you consider this a spoiler, there's something wrong with you. If you've seen Star Wars, the original Star Wars, you've pretty much seen Solo. Everything they said in Star Wars happens in Solo. So, that's not really a spoiler, because I don't know too many people that haven't seen the original Star Wars. And plus, as I've said before, if you've seen trailers, you've pretty much ruined the movie for yourself, because I've gone off on the whole trailer thing. If you've seen any trailers for this fucking movie, you've pretty much spoiled the movie. And actually, I saw this brilliant video on YouTube. Oh man, I wish I could find it. I was just happened to scroll along, and I saw this whole brilliant posting on YouTube about how they fuck up trailers nowadays, which is exactly what I was saying a few shows ago. And they just do not know how to make trailers anymore. And what the fuck is the point of releasing 9 trailers with different clips in each trailer so that they pretty much show you the entire movie out of context but they still show you the entire fucking movie. I don't get it. Back in the day, if you watch, you know, the original trailers back in the day, case in point, Terminator 2, when they released the Terminator 2 trailer, the very first trailer with the robot, and then you see the fucking thing, and then dun dun dun, and then you see fucking Arnold's face, boom, T2. Didn't give away anything. We already know he's a robot. You know? And then when they released the second trailer, what do? They fucking showed everything. You find out that Arnold is the good guy. You find out that fucking that the cop is the bad guy. And it's like, anyways. So I don't watch trailers anymore, as I've said before. But going back to Solo, I'm sorry. I know I can't do this on my show. I know I can't do this on my show. Gary will not let me talk about Star Wars stuff, at least not for this long. And I am emotional about this shit because... and I think this is why the fans have stood up for this movie, or stood away from this movie, or have backed away, or have boycotted the film because of Episode 9. It's that important to us, and very important to us, that they straighten their shit out in order to give you an Episode 9. I don't think they can save the franchise at this point. I mean, let's face it. For those of you who have seen number 7 and number 8, there's no way they can save this franchise. But I would love to see them try. Or better yet, do or do not. There is no try. Had to say that. Oh, Scott writes, hey Scott, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, Predator trailer sucked. Oh, I saw that was brutal, dude. That was brutal. I don't know if you saw one of my other videos. I was talking about Thundercats Roar. And I got a lot of people I know who used to love the original Thundercats. And that studio fucked up too. And they insulted the fans as well. And I just don't understand what the fuck the only ones that are getting it right are Marvel. That's it. And of course, 20th Century Fox, but now they're sold to Disney. So obviously 20th Century Fox released Deadpool 2, but I mean, Marvel's got it right. Whoever's the execs are at Marvel, they're doing the job the way they're supposed to be doing it. And they're actually doing it properly, because Infinity War was one of the biggest quote-unquote box office openers in history. I always argue that because times change, money amounts change, blah, blah, blah. But they're doing it right. That's the bottom line. So what I think the fans have done now is, because they've sent a message, I think this is going to open the studio's eyes. Because like I said, this is $1 billion dude. They made so much fucking money off this franchise. It's unbelievable. And for them to fuck it up just hurts me. And I think the fans sending this fucking clear message hits them in the pocketbook, which is where it's supposed to fucking hit them. And they will hopefully see there's a problem and hopefully adjust it before Episode 9 rolls around, because I don't think they're going to be able to save this fucking franchise. And they are saying that they're going to be making 3 Star Wars films after the fact that number 9 is released. So I don't know what to do anymore, man. This is crazy. Oh, holy fuck. Hey guys, how's it going? And Scott says, not bad, buddy. And he also says, right. And then he also says, yep, really, really dumb. Yep. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, okay. Oh, Stuart. Hey, Stuart, how you doing? He says, hey. And then he also says, how's it going? Well, I'm bitching about Solo, so that not too good. Stuart says, I enjoyed Solo. How could you, man? How dare you? I'm not saying there are people out there that wouldn't enjoy this movie, but I sure as fuck didn't. So, but then again, I didn't like Rogue One either, except for the last 2 minutes of the movie, like I've said. Scott says, I didn't even see it yet. Oh, dude, don't waste your money, man. You know, for those of you who don't know what's going on, people have been boycotting the movie, and I'm glad that it worked, because the box office numbers this past weekend for Solo are the lowest in Star Wars history. And that is a clear message from the fans. And I love the fact that the fans fucking did this shit. And Stuart writes, LOL. You laughing about what I just said? Awesome. Dude, how could you like that, man? Dude, like I've said before, it doesn't look like Harrison Ford. He doesn't look like Harrison Ford. I said Donald Glover was pretty damn good as Lando, but he still wasn't enough, you know? And yeah, Chewbacca's easy. Anyway, he can show up at any timeline, no problem, especially after they made their little comment in the trailer how old he is. I mean, Jesus, apparently he was in episode 3 for fuck's sakes, right? So, you know, yeah, you can put Chewie anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But the guy they got to play, Harrison Ford, man. And you know, I saw a video where Harrison Ford interrupted one of his interviews, and I thought it was hysterical. And I'm like, you can see the look in Harrison Ford's face during that video, and he's just kind of like, like, who is this kid? He doesn't look like me. And it's true. He looks nothing like him. And that bothers the fuck out of me. So anyway, Scott says, LOL, yeah, trailer says it all. Yep. If you've seen the trailer, yeah, it says it all, man. It says everything. Gives away the whole fucking movie, man. You know, even Deadpool. I stopped watching after that Bob Ross trailer, and I'm glad that I did, because they show too much, man, as I've said before. And Stuart says, to each their own. I really enjoyed it. It's a fun ride. Yeah, that's what the advertising says. Yeah, but I think the fans have spoken, sir. The fans have spoken. They've sent a clear message. And if you see there's a bunch of videos out there, you think this one's bad, you should see some of the ones where people just go off. They go off. Actually, I went off a little bit earlier in the video. Actually, holy fuck. Okay, I should get going. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. And, yeah, I said pretty much what I had to say. I know for a fact that I can't say this on my radio show, so I had to say it here, because I know over here at least I can actually say stuff, not be interrupted. Well, I mean, you guys commenting is not really interruptions. Sometimes if I'm in a mind thing or whatever, but yeah, just I'm able to actually say stuff that I wouldn't be able to say on the radio show, and I had to say all this. You know, that I'm that emotional about all this stuff, right? So, Stuart says, LOL. He also says, catch you later. Have a good one, my friend. And Scott says, yeah, man, next time. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it, man. And, yeah. I can't say anymore. I got to go to bed. All right, guys. Take care. One more, real quick, patreon.com/Del Morgado Show, onlyfans.com/Del Morgado Show. If you know anybody, or if you have any extra cash, feel free to donate or become a part of, whichever you would desire. It'd be greatly appreciated if you could spread the word. That would be amazing. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.